Chapter 17. Conjunctions. Let's learn conjunctions. A conjunction is a part of speech that joins two words, groups of words, or sentences. Let's learn kinds of conjunctions. There are three kinds of conjunctions: coordinating, correlative, subordinating, connectors. Coordinating conjunctions are also called coordinators. They connect two or more equal parts of a sentence. They may be words, phrases, or clauses. For example, he knows French and Spanish fluently. He may look like simple, but he's not stupid. You could take the highway or you could take the route through the forest. Subordinating conjunctions are also called subordinators. They join a dependent or subordinating clause to an independent or main clause. For example, he goes for a walk each morning after he has his first cup of tea. Although he is very old, he maintains a strict exercise regime. She should not complete her schooling because she comes from a poor family. Correlative conjunctions are used in pairs to join phrases that are equal importance. For example, she was so shocked that she could neither move nor utter a word. You can either walk back home or wait for me to pick you up. Both Sana and Arvind are in the debating team. Sentence connectors are conjunctions which are used to relate the meanings, ideas of the sentences they connect. For example, though she was sad, she was keeping smile on her face. Wear the raincoat, otherwise you will get wet. She was hungry, still she refused the food. Some commonly used conjunctions of this type are besides, hence, however, likewise, moreover, otherwise, though, over, and above. So, still, then, thus, yet, only, equally, similarly, on the other hand, on the contrary, etc. Remember, correlative conjunctions are usually placed immediately before the words to be connected. For example, he has learnt not only vocal but also instrumental music. Given below are some examples of coordinating, correlative, and subordinating conjunctions. Coordinating: for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. Subordinating: after, as, if, as soon as, when, while, once, since, in case, because, then, by the time, now that, when, every time. Correlative: both, and, if, then, either or neither, nor, hardly, when, rather, then, no, sooner, then, whether or not, scarcely, when. Connectors: though, although, however, so, it, likewise. Let's learn the uses of different conjunctions. Different conjunctions are used for different purposes. And is used to join similar statements or ideas. For example, Shweta wrote a story and a poem. But is used to join two opposite statements or ideas. For example, the man may be poor, but he is honest. Or is used to join words that express a choice. For example, you can buy the blue dress or the red one. Because is used to join words or sentences that give a reason. For example, I get good grades because I study every day. If is used to show a condition. For example, if they were younger, they could go for trekking. So is used to show a result or an effect of something. For example, it is very cold outside, so I brought you a jacket. When is used to show a particular time. For example, when you are in London, write an email to me. Although is used to express surprise. For example, although he is famous, he is humble. Since and for are used to give a reason. For example, I would like to thank you for the lovely gift. Since he lost his money, he could not go to the trip. While is used to show a period of time. For example, stay in the car while I pick up the groceries. Until is used to show a particular point in time. For example, I can stay out until the clock strikes 12.